The government argued someone could violate the statute by doing something intended to obstruct the IRS work, even if the person wasn't under investigation at the time or was under investigation but didn't know it. Jeremy House, Washington.
Spring looks like winter along the East Coast as the fourth nor'easter in 3 weeks rolled in. Airlines have canceled thousands of flights and school districts have called off classes. As the system makes its way into New England, more than 70 million under a winter storm watch. This is Town Hall News. Bloodshed in Afghanistan today. A suicide bomber has killed at least 33 Afghans as the nation celebrates New Year.
A suicide bomber targeted a crowd of people today on a road leading to a major Shiite shrine in the Afghan capital of Kabul. The attack appears to have been timed to coincide with the celebration of the Persian New Year, known as Nowruz in Afghanistan, which is a time when the country's minority Shiites tend to celebrate the holiday by visiting shrines.
Correspondent Joseph Krause. Some families are elated, others still worried as Nigeria's government now says 104 of the 110 schoolgirls abducted a month ago by terrorist group Boko Haram. They were confirmed freed. One 14-year-old released by the fighters has told reporters that 5 of the girls had died. She did not provide any other details, and it wasn't possible to independently verify her claim. Another of the freed girls has said a Christian classmate remains captive and is possibly pregnant. Nigeria says no ransoms were paid. This is Town Hall News.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Seekers of luscious and appetizing gustatorial pursuits, indulge your fancies with steaks so absolutely yum-yum, vegetarians have forsaken kale and Pilates and never look back. Fish specialties so fresh and delicious and chosen by King Neptune himself, and relish Columbo's Italian family specialties so delectable you'll be yelling out, bravo, bravo! And let's not forget Columbo's world-famous meatballs, and you've got to try their breakfast pizza. Oh, and jazz every night. Service that's friendly, not fawning, and at a price that'll keep you coming back. That's Columbo's, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's, Manja.
Hi, this is Ron Sedgy, inviting you to join me for The Tonight Show of Radio every Saturday night, 9 to 11 Pacific Standard Time on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Now in our 24th year and well over 19,000 guests, The Ron Sedgy Show live originates from our Universal Radio studios. Celebrities from TV, music, movies, literature, politics, and show business, at one time or another, they all come to The Ron Sedgy Show. So why don't you?
Welcome to the Sports Lounge, weekly review of the week in sports. A look behind the scenes. I'm Michael Horn, but the star of our show is a guy who's eating Wahoo fish tacos. I don't know why at the beginning of the show. The all-pro defensive end, the Sultan. 2 safeties in 1 game in the same quarter. The acting legend, the one and only Fred Dreyer.
Now, the reason I am eating fish tacos is
swallow, please.
It's because they're wing lambs fish tacos.
How unprofessional to actually
no, it's not. No, it's
eating
not.
Without our audience with a wing lamb's fish taco.
People understand. That's life. You know, you eat in front of the TV, eat on the radio. All I can tell you is
You're the
so
host.
good. Exactly right. That's why I can say this.
Yes.
This is the best taco, salmon, fish tacos I've ever eaten.
Now, here's the thing.
Entire life.
Wahoo's Fish Taco. We're going to get the story from the creator, Wing Lamb, but Wahoo's Fish Taco, 60 locations across the country. Just it's made with Wahoo fish. It's delicious. We had some. We're going to post the video up on our website at crntalk.com so you can watch the master Wing Lamb put that together for you. But, of course, you, Fred Dreyer, because of your fondness for salmon, forced Chef Lamb into making a Wahoo fish taco without the Wahoo. Instead, it was the salmon. Now, how was it?
I just told you it's the best fish taco I've ever eaten.
So you're going to force him to start offering
I
these
don't force
at all
anybody to
60
do anything.
locations?
When they come into my presence, they just kind of understand how I work. That's
Okay.
all they do.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
Trust me, I know that.
all
I
it
know
is.
how you work. That is true.
Flip the cards over there.
That's
How much
it.
time we got?
We got a lot of stuff to do on the show today. We're going to talk about new football coming out on the show. We're going to talk about some injuries and spring training.
New failed football coming up.
You don't know if it's failed yet.
Believe me.
It hasn't even started yet.
Believe me, is it going to fail?
It's famous. When the XFL came out, I picked up one of their footballs waiting for it to increase in value.
The deflated one?
Yeah, it's still sitting there. It's deflated, but we might be able to throw it around a little bit and
Yes.
do something. So we got a lot of stuff to do on the show today. Everything talking about behind the scenes, what's going on in the world of sports. Here's the thing. Check out Fred Dreyer's new website, freddryer.co. Your movie, Highway 395, is on that site. They can download it.
That's right.
They can do it there. Follow Fred on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, DRYER. Facebook.com, that's /The Real Fred Dryer. And you can email Fred at freddryer@crntalk.com. Fred Dryer
That's
at
right.
crntalk.com.
That's correct.
Now, we got a big show today because we're going to have, after the break here, another co-host on the show. Wing Lamb is going to be with us for the
Wing
hour.
Lamb will be here, and I can't wait. I mean, his bedside manner here for the show is just through the roof. He prepared beautifully
He
our
actually
fish tacos, beautifully.
he put an actual kitchen in our back room.
He did it very fast, and you could see how he drives around town in that van of his and just cooks fish tacos whenever he wants. He just pulls over and cooks them.
He's got a Wahoo van. I don't know if you people have seen it on the streets, but it's got a light that goes on and flashes there. And if somebody needs any kind of a Wahoo fish taco, he is right there on the spot. He's also, I've heard the guy can surf.
And here's the other thing. When he gets pulled over for tickets, should he get one,
Should he get
he
one?
just goes into the back and whips up a fish taco, and that police officer is
Smiles.
on his way.
Yeah, he is. And a lot of officers pull him over even when he's going the speed limit. Just to have
Exactly.
Wing whip him up a Wahoo fish taco. This is great. I'm not kidding, because Wing did come into our studio and make some stuff. We're going to get the full story for you, among other things on the show today. Got to talk about the new hockey team, which may be coming to the Seattle area. We might have
Another failed hockey team.
someone might have slipped up and given the name, which was under wraps, about the hockey team. So I'll have to tell you about that too.
Wahoo Fish Taco Hockey Team.
No, that's not the name of the team, but it would be good.
Huh?
I think the Seattle Wahoos would be fabulous.
There it is.
Then they try to get Wing Lamb.
Or the Washington
Wahoos.
Wahoos.
WW.
And on the side of the Washington Redskin helmet, you got a fish taco.
It's fine food. It could be WWF. I like that a lot.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
We are back in the lounge, the Sports Lounge, coming to you from the studios of CRN Digital Talk Radio. I am Michael Horn. The star of our program is the guy we call Sultan. The Sultan of Safeties, as I mentioned at the top of the show, 2 safeties in one game in the same quarter. I don't think that will ever be broken, that record. He's, of course, the acting legend. We're talking about the one and only Mr. Fred Dryer.
Thank you so much, and please excuse my my taste buds just frothing here because I cannot stop eating this
That's
chicken.
like the third fish taco you've had. Will you slow down? Ben Roethlisberger had the record of 6.
No, well, tonight I'm going to go past Ben.
You
Tonight I'm going past Ben. You got that grill chopped up.
Welcome to Wing Lamb. Welcome is in the studio with us. The creator, the owner of Wahoo's Fish Tacos. Now, 60 locations across the country?
60
Wait a second. We don't not say that again. There you go.
60 locations
Thank
in
you.
30 years.
60 location, 30 years on the spot. You told us the story, but tell our audience here how you started with the Wahoo fish taco. Wahoo is a fish.
Yep.
It's a fish. And how did this whole thing start? Where'd you get the idea 30 years ago?
Well, I went to school at San Diego State. Two of my kid brothers.
Wait, hold on a second.
That's right. Another Aztec.
Wait a
See?
second.
Synergy.
Synergy.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone here a
right.
second. Two San Diego State alumni against the Cal State Northridge? Come on.
Yeah, the Matador has not got a
We
chance.
beat
Not a
UCLA. I
chance.
don't know if you guys ever beat anybody in football. Don't tell us those stories
Oh,
again.
yeah. They would beat Miami.
Okay,
Oh,
so you're both an Aztec.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's the synergy. That's
Aztec. I like that. That's good. Okay, 30 years ago, you go into college.
I'm down at San Diego State, and part of the ritual is when you go to school down there,
Yep.
south of the border trips, surfing. So both my kid brothers, Mingo and Ed, whenever they would make their way down to San Diego,
Right.
we go a little surfing, and guess what happens when you're done surfing? Fish tacos.
Because you're in the ocean.
Yep.
You're there with the fish. That's what you think about, right?
Yep.
So would you bring the food? I mean, did they tell you to do it, or were Mingo and Ed like chefs as well? Who ended up making the food?
Well, back in the days that, New Mexico was like much cheaper just to eat on the side of the road there. They were basically 50 cents a taco.
So they made them there, right?
yeah.
What kind of meat did they have in the fish taco?
Well, that's questionable.
It's
because-
sketchy.
Don't
It's
even go
sketchy.
there. Don't go there.
Mexican tacos deep in the heartland is very
Your,
sketchy.
your brother's still alive, Mingo
Oh,
and Ed.
yeah.
They're okay, good. You look fine.
yes, we're
okay.
all here.
So that gave you the idea, and then
Then after coming back from school, we're back in Orange County, settled down. I was already working, and the whole surf industry, a lot of guys were talking about having a place to hang out after surfing
in California.
in California. And everybody said, hey, you know what? How come nobody's doing fish tacos? And in the end, it was like, well, because nobody had the restaurant experience except for me and my brothers. Because my parents have had restaurants all over the world. And we sat around and goes, that'd be kind of a cool thing to, if we can open in Costa Mesa, which is at the mecca of the surf industry.
It was.
Yep.
Beach Boys, all that stuff going
surf,
on, right?
surf capital of the world.
Surf City, USA, yeah.
Yeah. And we opened the doors in the fall of '88 and basically thought, hey, if you build it, they'll come, but you got to build it close enough.
Right.
And all the factories, the Billabongs, the Quicksilvers were right near us. And little by little,
Those are surfboard companies, right?
the board, the clothing
board
companies,
company,
right.
yeah. And little by little, they started coming in, and they started asking us to do events with them, and the rest is basically history.
Amazing. And the story is there. This is 30 years later, 60 locations. What kind of restaurants did your parents have?
They had Chinese restaurants all over the world.
Yeah. All over the world. So you have always had an idea of expanding, but they never had 60. You got 60 of these now.
Yeah, I think at the height, my parents might have had like 5 restaurants.
Yeah, that's really something.
Yeah,
And your parents are still around?
Oh yeah, they're in their mid 80s and they're still kicking it.
They still have a restaurant?
Oh yeah.
Which restaurant? Where can we go to their restaurant?
It's the Shanghai Pine Garden on Balboa Island. It's been open since 1971.
That is famous on Balboa Island.
Oh, yeah.
You used to hang out at the beach all the time.
I was all over Balboa Island and Newport Beach and Costa Mesa and Corona del Mar and Laguna Niguel and
all
of
this
those
local
places.
stuff. For
All
those
that
who are in
all
the
those
country,
places.
This is where the surf craze really started. And so you start this up, and then why the decision to go with Wahoo Fish? Was that just, it seemed the best to you, or what?
Well, we're all joking about the name of the restaurant. And one, we didn't want to name it after any one of us, just in case it didn't work.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah, Wing failed or Mingo failed, whatever.
Yeah.
So we were looking for a fish. And, some name. And my brother had just, gone to Hawaii, and they were talking about calling it Onos, which is basically Hawaiian
fish.
for Wahoo.
Yeah.
And then we thought, well, people in the mainland might mispronounce it and say "oh no" instead of
Yes,
"oh no."
yes, could very
And my
well
brother
be.
said, "Hey, there's another way to call it in Hawaii. It's called wahoos." So he had just come back, and we were all, talking about it. Another friend of mine goes, "Yeah, wahoos. It's what the big fishermen go after, sport fishing. It's
Right.
like one of the most
It's
prized."
very popular in Hawaii. You go to restaurants in Hawaii along Kaanapali Beach.
Oh, yeah.
They have Onos, like that's the fish. And next time I'm going to say, oh, I'll have that Wahoo.
Exactly.
Right.
So we thought, hey, why not have a restaurant named after the best fish? So that's how we came up with it.
And I'm a salmon fan as well, like Fred Dreyer. But this is moisture
Yep.
and just wonderful. The consistency is still there, and it's very moist. It's delicious. Now, what do you put on there? I notice you have like on the taco, the taco. You put cheese, a blend
Yep.
of cheese.
Yep.
And you actually you're heating up the shell on there, and then you put the cheese on top so it kind of sticks to it, right? Because people that sprinkle it on later, it all falls out. And then you put the fish on, and then what?
Well, we put a little bit of we call it our tropical slaw that we came up with. It's a citrus
Beautiful,
slaw.
by the way.
So basically, it's cabbage, green onion, cilantro, and it's got olive oil and lime juices. So it's very clean, very simple. It's
But
almost
layers of flavor in that with the cilantro and the onion and the cabbage.
Yeah, and then a little bit of the green roasted pepper sauce and a little fresh pico de gallo.
And it's just spicy enough, not too spicy, which I love.
Yeah, there's too many restaurants overpower with a lot of jalapenos, a lot of that, and pretty much after you get the heat, you can't taste anything else.
That's correct.
They're very personable. He does a great job personalizing your taco.
He's very good. And as I say, we took video of this. It'll be up at our website at the lounge show with what is our website, the new one here? I keep forgetting now because you can go to crntalk.com, but you can also go to the Sports Lounge or Fred Dryer Show.
Fred Dryer Show.
Yeah, that's
Fred
right.
Dryer Show. I think,
we got
I
to
think
remember.
that's
Fred
what-
Dryer
I think
Show.
that's
It's
what it
right
is.
here in front of me. Thank you.
Hey, now Wayne,
How could I forget that?
you have a store
Fred
in
Dryer
Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about the Super Bowl.
Well, luckily for us or everybody, the right quarterback caught the ball when the other one guy dropped it.
Yes.
I mean, we're all cheering for the guys, but everybody wants to see the underdog, right?
Yep.
And
Not
what a better
necessarily.
story,
Not necessarily, Wayne.
Trust me, I got a lot of friends from the other team.
I like
But-
Belichick. But go ahead, talk about your victory. Go on.
So we have a store. I mean, it's in the heart of what I call College Town. It's right across from Drexel University and 2 blocks away from UPenn. So the place was just buzzing. I mean, when
it's gotta be crazy.
the guy caught
Crazy.
the ball, I mean, really, come on. What a play, right?
Yeah.
And the funny part is, I guess the play was originally designed by Matt Barkley.
Oh, he designed
Yes,
the play?
he designed the play when I think he was playing for Chicago.
Wow.
So he's the guy who is due credit, right? But I don't think when he did it, it won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you gotta have a lot of tacos to call that in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, a lot of tacos.
That's what they say.
You see what I mean?
You got a lot of tacos,
You got a
buddy, let me
lot of
tell
fish
you. You got
tacos.
A lot of it. All right, so can you hang with us here for the whole show? Can you be like
Oh,
a
yeah.
co-host today?
Absolutely.
Good, because I'm
Perfect.
going to get out of here and go back and have some more fish. I'll stay here too. We got a lot to talk about. Fred's got, oh boy. Fred's going silent, so you
Here's
can see
where I'm
here he
going.
goes, this
Here's
is
where I'm
number
going.
3.
Here's
He's on
where
his
I'm going.
third taco.
I'm going here.
And you said Ben Roethlisberger, when he discovered this, came to your shop in Costa Mesa and not only had 1, not 2, but he had 6 tacos.
6 of them. Yep.
Big Ben. That's why they call him Big Ben.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, Wing Lamb is here, the owner, the creator of Wahoo Fish Tacos. We've got Fred Dryer, the sports legend. I'm Michael Horn. It is the Sports Lounge. Stay with us.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. Call right now. That's 800-485-8803.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
Poly Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
From traditional Hawaiian weddings and vow renewals to your own unique ceremony, find out why Ka'anapali Weddings is the perfect place to say, I do. Create the memory that will last a lifetime at the place you and your family know and love, Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Imagine yourself and your loved one just steps away from world-famous Ka'anapali Beach in one of many wedding venues to choose from, including oceanside lawns, tropical gardens, or indoor banquet rooms. With your choice of catering, bar, floral, and musical options, you can make your special day customized just for you. Their wedding specialist will help you plan your dream wedding today. For more information, visit ka'anapaliweddings.com or call 661-0011. Ka'anapali Weddings, the perfect place to say, I do.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Gonna enjoy the show today if you like our bumper music. Gonna play a little extra today on the show because I'm Michael Horn, but the star of our show, Fred Dreyer, is enjoying throughout the show today Wing Lamb's Wahoo fish tacos, and he's eating them during the break, and I'm just giving him a chance to swallow and wash it down with his alkaline water. Today is Pacifico. Welcome back to the show, and here's Fred Dreyer.
Thank you so much. This is a great combination. Salmon, fish tacos from one and only Wing Lamb, owner of Wahoo's Fish Tacos. And he's got 60 stores here in America. And he is a great host, great taco swordsman. And I couldn't have a better beer than Pacifico to wash it down.
Is there a beer, and Wing Lamb is our guest on the show today, is there a prescribed beer? Do you serve beer at the restaurants?
Oh, yeah. We have
What's the number one?
Pacifico and Corona.
Yeah, because you just have that kind of feel, right? When you're talking about surfing, it's like Corona, Pacifico, you go over. I have to tell you this story, and some of you have heard this before, but I'm a Czech American, and in the Czech Republic, we started beer. Pilsner beer all started there. The original Budweiser is there, Budvar, and then they still sell the original, but some guys in Germany took it, the other brother left, and turned it into whatever that stuff is they call it today nationally. But you can't buy Budweiser in the Czech Republic, and likewise, if you buy Budvar outside of the Czech Republic, it's called Czechvar, and you can get it. But here's the thing. The Czechs went to Mexico, and while there, they introduced the standards of beer to the likes of the great breweries. That's why there's a Bohemia, and I'm a big fan of Pacifico and Corona myself.
Oh, yeah,
good beers.
I think all the Euros, whether they were Germans, Czechs, whatever, South American beer, Brahma, there's some amazing, and they're all either Pilsners or lagers.
That's it. They're very good. And Wing Lamb knows his stuff. Now, let's get into some sports, and you're a big sports fan, right? Yeah. So here's our first story, and I got to get the information here from Fred, because, Vince McMahon, he's got his World Wrestling Federation now, WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, and he had the XFL, and they did a lot of things in the XFL with that camera that goes across on the wires and all that stuff. Well, he's looking to return back on television in 2020, but he might have competition because there's an Alliance of American Football going to launch in February of next year, 2019, and this new league is a joint effort between the producer-director Charlie Ebersol, Dick's son, and several former NFL players. Are you gotten involved in this, Fred Dreyer?
No, I'm stayed clear of that one.
Why?
I don't want to be around when the thing goes down.
Well, they got a couple of NFLers. They got Troy Polamalu. They got Hines Ward.
Polamalu.
Polamalu. I know, that's what I said. And they've got linebacker Jared Allen is there. Yep. And he's also got a former GM, Bill Polian. They got, Vince McMahon must be upset about this a little bit. I'm voting for Vince to do it, but these guys are going to get a year jump on him.
Look, they failed with the XFL several years ago. I think it was 2002, 2004. Was that when they had the XFL? Somewhere right around there. Anyway, they failed miserably because the product is terrible. It's a joke. And now they've got this other one coming out here. There's 8 teams, 10 weeks of play.
Wing. You agree with him on this?
Well, it's entertaining, but again, it's the wrong time of the year, because if you're used to football in the fall, it's kind of hard to play in other parts of the year.
Especially when it's bad football.
8 teams. They're going to run for 10 weeks, and then just 4 teams in the playoffs. They'll be stacked with 50-man rosters. Ebersol wants to draw from the pool of players who don't make it in the NFL.
Of course.
There you go. I mean,
what could be wrong with that?
Yeah.
There's going to be 8 host cities. They're going to announce those in the next few months, and there's going to be a shorter play clock, fewer commercial breaks. There won't be any onside kicks or kickoffs.
That won't last.
No kickoffs. The ball will be set at the 25-yard line. The teams must go to a 2-point conversion after every touchdown.
Yeah.
And Ebersol has already made a deal to air the first game on CBS.
Yeah, there's no reason. Here's my lament.
What's that?
What they should do is bring back a league that puts back the integrity and the rules and regulations of the original National Football League from 1980. The rules of there's no reason not
Old rule football.
There's no reason not to have kickoffs. There just isn't. It's this. Well, we've got to make sure that no one gets hurt. Then get rid of the sport.
You don't think putting the ball on a 25-yard
No, I don't.
line makes sense?
It's BS, and they should have kickoffs. People want to see kickoffs. It's all take home runs away from baseball. You know, take away all of the big opportunities to have a opening kickoff return. And you know you've got this pathetic league of the National Football League. What they should do is bring a new league in with the old rules of the National Football League. That's what they should be doing, and have decent uniforms and have a lot of chicks.
No home runs in baseball. Wing, I guess you're going to have to scratch our idea.
I know.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. The PG-13 Midnight Sun opens this week. It's about a 17-year-old girl who suffers from a condition that prevents her from being out in the sunlight. Patrick Schwarzenegger stars and was drawn to the film.
It was just kind of like a no-brainer for me to work on this project, and me and Bella had good chemistry, and we thought we could create a good love story and great project together.
For more reviews and interviews and a chance to win Pitch Perfect 3 on Blu-ray, visit mungleshow.com.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
The legends of Ka'anapali Luau at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel will take your breath away with an abundant feast, spellbinding dances, and music from Lei Pono Productions. Be greeted with a lei and browse to see island crafts made by local artisans. As you hear the pu or conch shell blow, your luau experience will begin. The featured entree is a whole roasted pig and a bountiful menu of some of Hawaii's favorite food choices. Oh, you can't forget our famous made in-house taro poi. As your night comes to an end under the spell of the moon, be amazed by the famous fire walk. By the end of the night, you'll be full, and we hope you'll have made new friends and some forever memories while you continue to listen to music from Maui's local Hawaiian musicians every Monday night at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii Magazine readers. Call 667-0128 or visit legendsofka'anapali.com for your exciting island adventure.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.125%, APR 4.36%. But choosing the right mortgage lender involves so much more than just a rate. We've earned 12 J.D. Power Awards for client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage, a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online. So choose Quicken Loans, America's #1 online lender. Call 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Equal housing lender. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
We are back in the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn, along with the star of our show, the one and only Fred Dreyer, and our guest star on the show today, Wing Lam of Wahoo Fish Tacos. 60 locations all around the country. He's sitting in here with us today.
And by the way,
Yes?
a great sportsman. You're a
He
great
is.
sportsman.
And,
not only are you a good sport, but you're a surfer, and you're, what else are you?
Hold on a second. Are you eating more fish tacos?
I wouldn't worry about what I'm doing over here.
That's
I
like
really
4
wouldn't.
breaks in a row.
I wouldn't worry. I really wouldn't worry about
You
it.
young kids out there who admire Fred Dreyer, please look at him for his football and acting genius, but watch his eating habits.
Don't talk to my fan base like that.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dreyer. All right, so I got to talk to you a little baseball news here because spring training, we're getting ready to open the season now, and I'm watching TV the other day. I'm watching a spring training. I think it's the Oakland A's and the Dodgers, and I watched. Oh my gosh, we got some kind of. Is there a dog in the studio here? What's going on?
Run that guy out.
Can't
of
you
here.
shut that phone off anyway? So here's the deal. So they're playing, and Justin Turner is batting, and he gets hit by a pitch. And I talked to you, Fred Dreyer, about it, and you get really upset about this. What's the problem with that?
Well, it's his fault. He got hit.
Who? Justin Turner's?
No. Who else got hit?
Oh, what happened? Why are you blaming him?
What are you talking about?
Why are you blaming him?
I'm blaming him because he was in a perfect position to not get hit. Look, this guy leads the Dodgers in being hit the last 4 years.
It's very true.
He gets hit all the time, and he gets hit on inside pitches. And you should be a little goosey and be looking for it when you see a pitch coming inside to get out of there and clear yourself. He didn't do any of it.
He did not move.
He just kind of turned his body and his wrist into the pitch, and it hit him, and it broke his wrist.
Wing, your thoughts on this?
Well, if you're known for getting hit, right, at least know where to get hit so it's not going to affect your playing career.
Now, what does this mean to the Dodgers? Because there's a story out. He said, his wrist wasn't injured, it's broken.
Yeah.
He's going to be out for a while. He's got a non-displaced fracture. The Dodgers don't know when he's going to return. He's going to be out at least a few weeks, maybe more, maybe till the beginning of May. And so the Dodgers have a lot of options there. What do you think? Logan Forsythe, move him from second to third? What do you think?
There's Logan Forsythe. There's Utley. There's about 6 guys. Hernandez, a Farmer, who I like very much.
Kike Hernandez could play there. Chris Taylor, Austin Barnes.
That's right. You got about 6 guys who could play there pretty darn well and not have any drop off.
Well, here's the deal. Since they haven't traded Matt Kemp and he's on the team and he's looking pretty good in the spring, this may open up a position in the outfield and bring in somebody into third base there as well, too. Am I right? That could be
open up.
Well, they could play. This could be good because Matt Kemp performed well. He's looking for a
No,
roster
he's going to be
spot.
your starting.
He could be in left field.
He's going to be in left field.
Yep.
opening
And
day.
so this will kind of pick up the potential for home runs that they might lose with Justin Turner.
You're not going to get beat up by losing a right-handed power hitter.
Yeah, they could put Kike Hernandez at third if
Yeah,
they want to.
that's right.
And I like the fact of putting Chase Utley at second base. Now, you a big Dodger fan, are you, Wing?
Yes, I do. I mean, I got the Angels at home. We got to play it nicely because we have stores in both counties. But we got a big fan because the manager, Dave Roberts, is another winemaker. In
That's
his spare
true.
Time.
Dave Roberts has a wine called Red Stitch, and it's excellent.
Absolutely.
I texted him when I was in Arizona, and he responded along with Rich Aurelia, his partner. They both responded because I'm telling you, they have, and for you wine fans out there, they have a Pinot Noir from Santa Lucia Highlands. It's from Gary's Vineyard.
Pizzoni.
I love Gary Pizzoni. I love Gary Francione. I put this wine of Red Stitch right up there with those other two. It is excellent.
Absolutely. And I was actually texting with Chris earlier today because he's with the Giants at spring training right now.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, okay. So you're thinking you're not worried about this. Dodgers are going to be okay. There's depth on this.
I'm not worried about it. It's a shame you'd rather have him. You know, you lose a good leader in the clubhouse, but they'll fill in for him.
Okay, so we got that going. Now, what about this this Japanese phenom that the Angels signed? Since you brought him up, the guy that is the Japanese Babe Ruth. What's going on with him, Wing Lamb?
Well, I think he's having a bit of a difficult time adjusting because the guys are bigger and faster.
He's not been doing much in spring training. What's the problem?
He's throwing the ball. He's throwing the ball over the place. What he's doing.
Yeah. How's he pitching wise? Not really doing a job.
No.
Just getting adjusted. I mean, that's what spring training is. So don't count him out yet. It's still early.
Well, wait till he sees the Yankees and these other teams.
Yeah, this is gonna. I'm telling you, this could be kind of interesting.
Not good. I don't think it's good.
How's his hitting doing, Wing? You've checked him.
He hasn't been hitting well either. I mean, again, everybody's a little bit bigger. I mean, Clayton didn't exactly make him look good the other day, too, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
He's going to bring in some sushi for everybody.
But here's my deal. These scouts say, and everybody was going for this guy, and he got a lot of money to sign. Wouldn't you think the scouts would have said, hey, let's not be too hasty here. This guy may have a problem.
Well, there was a lot of teams that didn't sign him.
Yeah, the Dodgers were after him. There were a lot of teams, right?
They could have got him for their price, and certainly, but
they would have looked at it, right?
But they think he's a legitimate talent, and he is. He's good, but I tell you, there's a big difference between pitching in the Japanese league and coming in over here and pitching in the major leagues.
Now you have a couple of Wahoo Fish Taco locations, Wing Lamb, in Japan. You said, right?
Yeah, we got a couple in Japan. Yeah.
This kid go there and eat it all or anything? Could you help him out a little bit, strengthen him up somewhat?
Yeah, I may have
Send
to
him
have
a
him
six-pack of tacos.
Something anyway, but so it's going to be an interesting baseball season. I think the Angels are better, but we'll see what's going to happen on that.
They are.
I kind of like their team they're made up. We'll get your thoughts on this as well. You can forward all your stuff. Don't forget, follow Fred on social media, Fred_Dryer on Twitter. He loves to tweet out to you different stuff over there. Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. You can email him, and we have our email segment, FredDryer@CRNTalk.com. And don't forget to go to his website, FredDryer.co. So you do think the Angels are going to be better, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You?
Yes.
Any team that you see in spring training that we should really look out for that looks pretty good?
I haven't seen any on this side. I think the Yankees and the Red Sox, I think they're going to be terrific. I think Astros are going to be great again. I think the Cubs will be great. The Cardinals have pitching problems. The Dodgers don't have really many problems at all until Turner went down. But I think they got about 6 teams, 7 real legitimate teams, and then there's a drop-off with everybody else.
You Darvish going to help the Cubs, you think, Wing Lamb?
I think it could. I think it'd be a good season.
Is he still tipping pitches in spring training? Have we noticed that at all?
Yes, and he's still throwing the ball over the plate, which is important.
Right down the middle, right?
Right down the middle.
How about the Dodgers with the Pedro Baez going up maybe into that setup position?
Bad Brain? Bad Brain Baez? You're talking about Bad Brain?
Pedro Baez, yes. That guy.
Well, look, I'll see it when I disbelieve it, but I'll tell you something. This guy is terrible. And last I saw, he was terrible, and I don't think he has command of his pitches, which could be terrible.
Maybe so terrible.
There's a lot of terrible things.
Walker Buehler might be a good guy. We could throw.
Yeah, we could bring him. He's going to bring. He's going to come up. These young pitchers are going to come up.
The Dodgers have some good arms over there. How about the Giants?
Not so much.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. Choosing the right mortgage lender means choosing much more than just a rate. Only Quicken Loans has earned 12 J.D. Power Awards. No other lender comes close to that level of client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage. It gives our clients a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online in minutes. No one else has anything like it. And our people. Each one of our 17,000-plus team members throughout Detroit, Cleveland, and Phoenix provides absolute client satisfaction each and every day. So why would you go anywhere else to get your mortgage? Go to America's #1 online lender. If working with America's #1 online lender matters to you, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
We're back in the Sports Lounge. We being yours truly, Michael Horn, the one and only legend Fred Dreyer, the acting legend, the all-pro defensive end from football, the master chef and surfer and sports fanatic Wing Lamb of Wahoo Fish Tacos, and of course you are great listeners. And so I'm a hockey fan. Fred, you the hockey games. Wing Lamb, are you a hockey fan as well?
Oh yeah, we got a little store inside the Honda Center there with the Ducks.
You like the Ducks? You got a store at the pond there, huh?
Inside the arena.
How does that work? How does that work? People
they do really well. I mean, the players enjoy it. I mean, Getzlaff, Perry, they're all fans of tacos.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great meal.
I'm a Kings fan. Can you get inside the Staples Center possibly?
Maybe. We got another friend there, Ludo Birds, that takes care of the Kings.
How about getting inside? The Rams are building a new stadium. What if we get him inside there?
Yeah, I'll call the owner.
We could talk.
I'll call the governor and the owner and the mayor of Inglewood.
That's good. All right, so we got a new. There was under wraps. They have this new hockey team. I didn't even know about it. They're looking in the state of Washington and Seattle, and the Washington governor there, Jay Inslee, he might have slipped up because apparently he revealed Seattle NHL's team new name. He was discussing, I'm sure Governor Brown in California is talking about a high-speed rail between Seattle and Vancouver, and some of the fans are hoping that Inslee, the governor, is mistaken because during the statement he said of the potential rail, and I'm quoting the governor now, "We cannot wait to get on a high-speed rail line to come up and have the greatest hockey rivalry in North America, which is the Seattle Totems versus the Vancouver Canucks." So apparently the Totems is maybe the new name of that Seattle hockey team. What do you think?
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Now, there's a problem. A totem is a pole. So this team is probably not going to move much on the ice.
That won't upset the Liberals. See, they're going to sign off on that.
Or there's a lot of hockey players that come from Europe, Czech Republic and everything, and maybe there's some Polish guys in there that's Totems. The Poles.
I say this: if they're going to go with a Northwest Indian,
that's going to be a big
handle,
problem.
They should go with Wahoo Tacos. They should be called the
Wahoo
Tacos.
What do you think?
I think it's a great name.
So apparently, from 1958 to 1974, there is some history because the Totems were Seattle's Western Hockey League team from 58 through 74. But social media is taking a hit on this, and I don't know.
Well, that's my 2 cents as far as the Totems
Seattle
go.
Totems.
And no one's going to care. They're going to lose so many games, they'll just have to collapse. They'll fold.
They have that new team in Las Vegas who's right up at the top of the heap there, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, if you can pick first and cherry pick the league, it's not a bad deal.
Am I right?
Yep.
Back in the day when you were playing football, Fred Dreyer, and they would expand, if you got on that list, it meant you weren't that great of a player left on the team. Nowadays, because of parity in the league, you can pick some pretty good guys if you know what you're trying to put together for a
everybody
team.
will be 2 games over 500. It'll be wonderful.
That's kind of what it is.
It's going to be wonderful.
It's kind of how it is now, right?
Yeah, there's no dynasties. They don't want dynasties anymore because it's unfair.
Now, if you were to build a team and you looked at everything, what would you go for? Would you go more in football? We're talking for more for defense, for offense, a blend. What would you do?
I'd go in for midget tossing on third down. I bring the midgets in.
Okay.
3 or 4 midgets at the linebacker position, and then we'll just toss them into the backfield.
That's good. Unfortunately, Dick Ebersol and his son Charlie have come up with that idea for the American Football League.
Great ideas. Don't hang out there for long.
Come up with that. Did you ever meet Dick Ebersol when you were in?
Yeah, I know Dick. Yeah.
Good guy. Has he got a good?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You think he's going to be okay with his kid Charlie helping him out a little bit, because he's going to be a consultant and advisor to the league there, the new Alliance of American Football that's going to launch next February.
I'm happy for them because they got the money to put it together, but if you're going to ask me what I think about it, I don't think much of it.
Wing Lamb, I don't know what you think here, but I'm thinking every once in a while they have they have players that maybe don't make the team. Some of the guys are cut, but you need a couple of superstars, legends of the game that maybe come out of retirement, get back on the field, and make a name for themselves.
Could be interesting.
What do you think about that, Fred?
Let's see.
What do you think? Who could we get for that? God. You come back, the Sultan of Safeties. You probably could devour a couple of their lines in there.
Ernie Arrowhead.
No, not Ernie Arrowhead.
Ernie the Arrowhead from Pittsburgh.
No. But, I mean.
He's like 600 pounds.
If they offered it to you to coach, would you coach?
I'd be in a front office position. I wouldn't be on the floor. Wouldn't be on the floor with these guys.
But you'd like to it would be a challenge for you to put a team together that might be, competitive.
Well, I think I'm a pretty good judge of talent.
I think you are.
If that means anything, I don't know if that means anything.
I think it does.
Yeah.
And you got to know how to handle a talent nowadays. Am I right?
Yeah.
We were talking to Wing Lamb here about how do you hire good people. It's like in football, they get such big salaries now. How do you hire it? I talked to Dave Roberts when I interviewed him at the time, and I said, how do you handle that? You got a guy that has to have his own catcher, and then you have to get rid of that catcher. You got this guy that can only play on this certain day, and you got all these oddities. You got to be able to blend those people to perform. That's a tough thing to do now.
That's going to challenge the totems. Totems are going to be challenged. Huh?
They get a lot of promotions, though. They could have totem night where they could give away, travel bags.
Wood.
Give away wood.
They could give away wood.
Travel bags. They could give away the totems and everything.
Here's a bag of wood for.
Anyway, the secret is out. It's the new team is the Seattle Totems, but the fans don't like it. So, you like the Totems?
I think like I said, the Wahoo sounds much more catchy.
The Wahoos would be good. You got something that kind of makes you think about the Wahoos. They could have like a big Wahoo sound.
Well, what's going to be the logo? Again, you're going to have a guy. You're going to have a guy running around the sidelines dressed in a totem outfit.
Yes, that would be the mascot's easy.
I want to be that guy.
The mascot is easy for this team. It's just a guy wearing a totem pole outfit.
Let me be the totem pole for them. Hi, everyone. This is Fred Dreyer with some breaking news. My new movie, Highway 395, has just been released. Highway 395 is my latest movie and is now available for all of my friends and listeners to own. Highway 395 is a classic modern-day Western thriller. Action, romance, and the frontier spirit. It's all there in my new movie, Highway 395. Now, here's the best part. You can own this movie tonight by going to my brand new website, freddreyer.co. Head to my website now at freddreyer.co and check out the trailer. Then order the movie for a great night of entertainment. And while you're at freddreyer.co, check out the memorabilia and my career highlights. But don't forget to order my new action thriller movie, Highway 395. So head over to freddreyer.co. That's freddreyer.co.
Do you like burgers? Then experience the ultimate famous 50-50 burger at Slater's 50-50 in Pasadena, California. 50% ground beef and 50% ground bacon. Stop by at 61 North Raymond Avenue in Pasadena and visit Slater's 50-50. Experience our full bar with craft beer and more. Play in our cool new game room. View the best sports in our Slater's 50-50 TV lounge. Try our Slater's 50-50 Burgers by Design, too, and all of our our incredible food, including our Sunday Bloody Mary brunch. Check out our VIP event space for private dining and ask about our chef-inspired catering company with a completely scratch kitchen-based service. It's all at Slater's 5050 under new management at 61 North Raymond in Pasadena. Call 626-765-9700. 626-765-9700. Call now, 626-765-9700.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
Back in the Sports Lounge, Michael Horn, Fred Dreyer, our guest Wing Lamb from Wahoo Fish Tacos. So there's a lobbying effort going on, Fred. I need your comment here. String training is a mandatory part of the players. They especially the youngsters when they're trying to get up through the minors into the majors. But I did not realize minor leaguers do not get compensated for the 7-day weeks they work in spring training. So and there's a lot of top flight international and domestic people that get 7-figure signing bonuses and all this stuff. But the standardized salary scale for players in their first pro contracts means most of them make less than fast food workers earn on an hourly basis. Now, Wing Lamb is our guest. Do we have an average hourly rate or something? That's always that must drive you crazy too, because they're always trying to raise rates, aren't they?
Oh yeah, especially in LA County now. I mean, we're trying to catch up to Seattle, so it's going to be right around $15 an hour.
It is.
Well, that keeps people fired, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it affects what you pay for the food, and it also affects the company's ability to stay in business, because you're still selling the thing for the same price, and all of a sudden you're up this much more money. That's a tough deal.
Well, here's the main issue, which nobody ever talks about except us.
Right.
And that is the minimum wage is supposed to be right around $4 or $5 because the minimum wage work that you hire people for is an entry-level job, meaning you're not supposed to go into that expecting to make a career out of it.
Correct.
You're supposed to go into it that gives you a place and time to work for somebody for the summer, like a Wing Lamb here in his store, and then at the end go on and get another job and push it down the road.
But I will say this, and I want, Wing, your comments here on this deal. There is a place you can elevate if you want to stay in the business, because you can go into management in your company, right? So there are those positions open for those that excel and want to stay in it, right?
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity is there, but when the entry is so high, then you can't, the manager that should be making 20 to 30 can't make it because the bottom is so high already.
I'm with you on this. So here's the deal. In 2016, 2 Congress people, I'm qualifying it, both of whom received campaign donations from the Major League Baseball's PAC, introduced a Major League Baseball-supported bill called the Save America's Pastime Act to exempt the league from the terms of the Fair Labor Standards Act. And so a massive government spending bill that Congress has put before the deal. This is being continued and discussed right now. So you guys say they should not worry about paying these guys for minor leagues because it's your pathway to the majors, right?
Well, first of all these young players that are working at the major league level, is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, they belong to somebody. They're in other organizations, and to bring them up and not pay them specifically for that time that they're up there is a union problem. And what they should do, that's a representative problem. That's something that representatives getting kids out of high school, out of college, that to sign contracts in the major league level should work out. They should keep the government out of it, and it should be a union battle.
There you have it, the words of Fred Dreyer. Wing, you agree to that?
Absolutely. If you're working, you should get paid for it.
Hey, where can people get information about Wahoo Fish Tacos? Where do they go? What's the website?
Wahoos.com, WAHOOS.com.
WAHOOS, wahoos.com. Check it out. Don't forget Fred Dreyer. You can always check out his website, Fred Dreyer, D-R-Y-E-R, freddreyer.co.co. And by the way, you can download his new movie, Highway 395. Follow him on Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dreyer. His Twitter handle is Fred_Dreyer. And as always, you can email him, freddreyer@crntalk.com. To listen to past shows and catch everything up, don't forget to check out our show website, freddreyershow.com.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. And you can listen to us on nearly any platform and device. Download to your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry episodes of What's Cookin'. And take Master Sommelier Michael Jordan with you to the wine shop so he can help you pick out that perfect bottle of wine. Stream episodes of the Sonoma Wine Report through our CRN app, TuneIn Radio, Nobex, Stitcher, UTunes, or AHA Radio, and start planning that unforgettable weekend in the wine country. They're in your corner on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and many other apps. And of course, you can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well